Well, it all happens in this video. We move round to Selina to pick up some water, take a mooring. But Cindy has to fly home unexpectedly as our daughter's been taken ill again. Left to my own devices, I start working through the maintenance list. And that includes repairing the dinghy, repairing the outboard, getting some bearings and some seals for our Johnson raw water pump on the engine. Oh, and lots of other stuff as well. Enjoy the video, guys. So in under the bridge, where that chap is standing there, is the water pickup point. I didn't see that. You can see it. There's a bit there where the sandpaper was. It's hit it. Damn. We arrived in Malta around the 17th of May, and rather than going to Paradise Bay, we thought we'd give Maluna Bay a try. Now, it's quite well protected from the northwest, but not from the northeast. The western end of the bay, where the water is shallower, is absolutely covered in moorings, small moorings, not big enough for Impavidus. But we managed to find a sandy spot. We sat out 2 days of rather strong winds in the bay. It was pleasant enough, but there weren't any facilities there. We then thought we'd try St Paul's Bay, which is the next bay down. Now this isn't protected at all from the northeast, and there were northeasterlies that were due to come in over the next couple of days. We went in, tried to find a mooring, and then we came out and headed down towards Selina. Now Selina Bay is quite well protected from just about all directions, well, apart from strong easterlies, that is. The bay has a large island right in the centre, and you can drive under the bridge to go and get diesel or water, or go round to the marina on the other side of the island. Selina's a really good place to moor your boat. Okay, you might have to move on once or twice, but it was there that we were heading, because we knew there was a Lidl's close by. Back again!
We've actually been in Malta for 3 days, but we've been anchored down the other end of the island. So we're coming up to the main town for a couple of days.
We've run out of sausages and bacon.
It's been a long, hard season. I'm feeling weary to my bones. I guess that's my reason. I've packed my bags and now I'm gone. Somewhere between the sun and the deep blue sea. That's where you find me. Tan and red, flat out on a beach bed. That's where you find me. Working on my fishing skills in a little boat that I'll rent. Ain't got nothing but time to kill. No vacation's been more heaven sent. Somewhere between the sun and the deep blue sea.
Well, I'm here in Selina Bay in Malta, and some of you will know, Cid has had to fly home. Our daughter's been taken ill. There's complications with her last operation, let's say. So we got the news at 8 o'clock the night before her birthday, and at 6 o'clock the following morning she was flying back to the UK. But the good news is Roxy is out of hospital and at home on complete bed rest, which isn't easy to do when you've got a 5-year-old grandson that wakes up at 5:30 and goes to bed at 7. That's a long old day, but Cid's coping, and Roxy's getting better, which is the main thing. So that leaves me on my own here. Luckily, I bought a birthday present for Cindy for her birthday, but unfortunately she flew out, as I say. But I thought I'd give it a try. So, bread maker. I'm on my 3rd loaf of bread now, 4th loaf of bread. First one was a bit of a disaster, my fault. When all else fails, men read the instructions, and so I had to read the instructions. But the second loaf came out really good. But anyway, I'm going to go down, I'm going to jump in the dinghy, and we're going to whiz down to the back of the garage, where it's €1. There you go, €1, and that will buy you about 50 litres of water. So it comes out the hose from a machine, and the hose will reach your boat. So let's jump in the dinghy and I'll show you where it is. I might not be able to film all of this because obviously I'm single-handed, but yeah, let's go and have a look, see where the water is. Right, so there's our rubbish. Take our rubbish to the bin as well. It's my spare hat. The window's got up a little bit. There's the hoover there. I cleaned out all the fridge yesterday and wiped it all down inside, flushed it round with some clean water and a bit of bleach. And I do that about every month or so. I say I do it, Cindy does it. Obviously she's not here, so I've done it. Bit blustery today. That's the view from our cockpit. Reflections over there. I can just see David on the deck. I believe he's that boat's up for sale, and I think they've got a buyer, but I haven't spoken to David for a couple of days, so I'm not really sure. Yeah, so I have to go down through these boats, down to the bridge. I'll show you where it is. First I've got to put my engine down, put the back down, get my water jugs, put them in the dinghy along with my rubbish. Oh, yeah, there's an engine sitting there. It's a 3.5 Daihatsu. I think it's called a MSFB 3.5. A friend of ours, Nick, sorry, so something caught my eye, I wandered off. A friend of ours, Nick, on Comfortably Numb, had enough of it. He said it's never been reliable, he's had enough. It was either going to be used as an anchor or he'd give it away, and I said, well, I'll take it. I might be able to do something with it. So I think it's going to feature in a future video. There is a problem with these engines. Mercury, Daihatsu, and I think another, might be Suzuki, all use the same parts, and they all have the same problem. It's a known fault, but like other known faults, they don't get put right, or you don't get the spare parts for free. So I've tried to order the spare parts in Malta. Let's turn around so you can see me. I've tried to order the spare parts in Malta via a local supplier. I'm not going to name him at the moment. I've sent him 3 emails, and the last email had a read receipt. I know they've read the email, but they haven't responded. I want to order the parts. If I can't get them here, then I'll get Cindy to bring them back, and we'll just have to do the goods in transit. While I'm here chatting to you, and I'm hoping you're able to hear me down behind the spray dodger here, spray hood. It looks like a local company here may be able to get the spare parts for my Spectra water maker that I couldn't get in the UK. I'm talking to their MD. He's bending over backwards to try and help us out, which is really great. Let's see how we get on. I don't want to say too much and jinx it at the moment, but a really nice guy, or seems a nice guy on the email. He's really trying hard to get us the parts that we need, and we couldn't get. Meanwhile, the water maker is working after a fashion. I can run it to clean it out, keep the membranes clean, etc., etc. But it leaks something rotten from one of the cylinder heads. Maybe I'll. Again, it's a known problem with the Spectra. It's to do with the steel fittings that they have on the pipes. They corrode. When they corrode, they expand, and when they expand, they crack the heads. And the parts are only €55 locally, if you can get them. I'm not going to jinx it. Let's see what happens and see if matey can help us out. Yeah, I'm waffling, aren't I? I haven't got my handbrake on. She's back in the UK. Normally, handbrake whacks me and says you're waffling. So I'm missing my handbrake. Wonder if I'll get away with that. Anyway, let's go and get some water. Get this stuff loaded on the boat. I keep forgetting to pump the front of the dinghy up. I was supposed to do it when we left Monastery, but the pump is in the back cabin a long way down, so maybe I'll dig that out this afternoon. So in under the bridge, where that chap is standing there, is the water pickup point. Quite sure what he's doing. Looks like he might be trying to park his boat. I'll turn the camera off. Go through the little garage, out the back, where we get water and fuel. It's not very deep, that's the only thing. I'll just take the rubbish round, which is round the other side. Filled up with water, and somebody's broken the bloody hose. Look, there's a little clip that goes on there, holds the hose open, and it's missing. They fish off this dock at night. You've got to be careful. See all the fish scales. I came up the other day and there's a load of rusty hooks and line here. Right, let me get in. Shallow drive. I'll show you how shallow it is. The sun's at a good angle. Look, you can see there, that's about 2 feet deep, 600 mil. And even less there, look, there's an old mooring that's been abandoned. There's quite a few of them here. You can't anchor on the bottom, anchor here, because there's old chains and old ropes and sunken mooring buoys and everything under really foul ground. Another one there, look, just abandoned. Bit of line on it. Oh, a lump of concrete on that one as well. Right, I'm going to turn the camera off because I've got to lift the engine up. quite often get a bit of current through here. So that's the spot if you come here. A couple of really good chandlers up there as well. Right, it's a bit deeper here. Let me drop the engine, hold on to the hollyhocks. Out of gear, now. See, I wear mine. In gear. Yeah, I know I go on about the kill cord. I was at the Southampton boat show the day the guy died because somebody wasn't wearing a kill cord and he got run over by a rib that he was in. It was actually you can look it up, just look it up on Google.
It's been a long, hard season. I'm feeling weary to my bones. I guess that's my reason. I've packed my bags and now I'm gone. Somewhere between the sun and the deep blue sea. That's where you find me. Tanned and red, flat out on a beach bed. That's where you find me. Working on my fishing skills in a little boat that I rent. Ain't got nothing but time to kill. No vacation's been more heaven sent.
So with the water maker not fully operational, I'm having to collect about 20 litres a day. Normally what I do is fill two 20-litre canisters and a fresh water canister, and that I do every other day or so. It's a bit of faffing around, but I've got one of these siphonic hoses. It's got a valve, a one-way valve on the end. That's quite good. It saves me a lot of messing around, and it helps get the job done quickly and easy without having to plug pumps in and what have you. And I just coil it up and put it in the cockpit table. That's us for another 2 days. A lovely sunny afternoon. A bit hazy. But, family's all out. Everyone's swimming around. Lots of people on the shore. You see them? And I've repaired that damage that we had to the Taihotsu. So when we were in Bosborn, one of those superboat dinghies, you know, ribs came in and just rammed his way up to the slip, pushed the back of our new Taihotsu as it was then into the concrete, and as the boats went up and down it scraped all this away. So they'd gone through quite a bit of abrasive, cleaned it all down, isopropyl alcohol, and finally some paint. And I've zigzagged the paint joints so that I can cut them in once this paint hardens. Give it a couple of days. I should be able. Oh no, look at that. Oh bloody hell, I didn't see that. You can see it. There's a bit there where the sandpaper was. It's hit it. Damn. Oh well, give me something to do tomorrow, I suppose. Life on board, repairing stuff in gorgeous places. Let's put this in the sun, get it to dry off a bit. After my little faux pas, I've retaped that, done it again, blended it in. Now, the really observant of you will see the lines that come from the tape. What I'll do is blend it in there, and then I'll cut that all back in again, and there's 5 or 6 layers of paint there, so there's plenty there. hopefully I'll be able to blend it in and it will look okay. This stuff does actually paint up, cut down quite well. Start off with something like that's it, Faliga G3, quite a coarse cutting compound, and then I'll go down through the grades of cutting compound until we get to the ultra fine. That'll bring it up really nice. I could go across this with a bit of 2000 grit, I suppose, and take that out, but even that's probably a little bit coarse. But yeah, I mean, you can see it's painted up not too bad. That'll come out alright. Rattle cans, you can actually get a really good finish with them. The key to it is, I'm not an expert painter, I've done a bit in my time, industrial stuff mainly, but yeah, get the bonding coat right first, get all the undercoats on and a bonding coat on, and whether that bonding coat is a primer or a thinned down version of hello, what's going on there? Oh, I've just seen, somebody had a barbecue over there earlier. It looks like a fireman's come down and put it out. The other day, there was a fire over here on the corner of this building. In there, the locals had a barbecue, and that's strange. See if we can zoom in and see what's going on. So I've actually cut the video there because there was a lady who'd had an accident on the beach, and it's not right for me to make videos out of people's misfortune, is it? Anyway, that's the engine cover. Of course, the boat's moved around now. Let's see if I can get a better angle. Hang on. There you go. Bit of spray on it. So I took it for a whiz, but yeah, it's come out all right, hasn't it? Now, next one is this one. So this has got this lever is jammed. It's a problem on all these engines. It jams up, and there's a pin that goes through here that you have to take the top of the engine off, take the whole engine apart to get at it. So I've drained this of oil and fuel, and I've ordered the parts for it from the UK. And the reason for that is that I didn't get an answer to the emails to the local Thai hot food dealer. I tried to phone them twice, and they just weren't interested. So spend my money somewhere else. A shame, because everybody else here has been absolutely brilliant. Perhaps I just picked the wrong salesman. Anyway, hopefully we can get that going. Now, some of you may remember when I was in Mersin, I managed to get some bearings and some lip seals for our Johnson Royal water pump. And I can't remember how many I bought, but it was enough to get us through a couple of years. Well, that couple of years is now up. So Steve managed to find a bearing supplier who would do the same lip seals and the same bearings. And that cost me around €30, which is much cheaper than buying them from Volvo, or in fact from the UK. So we jumped on a bus and went over to Mostar. It was about a 30-minute ride or something like that. It was a lot quicker coming back. This is the bearing supplier that we used. It was very, very helpful, and of course it was the heat of the day then, and it was necessary to take a cheeky beer and a toasted cheese sandwich. We come out to get some spare parts for Steve's electric toilet, some bearings and some seals. While we were there, I managed to get some extra spare bearings for my Jabsco water pump, on my sorry, not Jabsco, Johnson water pump on my Father Penta. We've just stopped for a cheeky beer as it was lunchtime. Had a cheese toasty and a cheeky beer. We're going to get the bus back again in a minute. And then we're going to go and try and find the bus stop. Lovely and warm here. I put long trousers on because down on the coast it was quite blustery and chilly. Not chilly now. There we go, look at that. The rotunda. Right, let's go and find the bus stop. Well, that's all for this week. In the next video, we get a special delivery via DHL from Mallorca. And I do a strip down of our water maker and fit the missing parts that we've had trouble with for the last 2 years. Anyway, don't forget, like, subscribe and share. Sail safe, guys.